What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the 3&D podcast, home of Australia's favourite basketball podcast. I'm Nabs, and I'm joined by yours and Oz.
We back.
We love
You
it.
flex so much. I don't remember singing in the gym ever.
I've gone to the gym.
What's all
He
these
knows.
flexes?
Muscle memory. I've been in the gym.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
coming
man.
with me to the gym. The problem is you don't go to
I
the gym.
couldn't walk after, man.
Exactly. So
I'm
how you
going
going to send
now.
me in the gym if you don't come?
I'm just saying.
Yes,
Amount
you
of
did,
flexing you're doing.
I carry all those bench tables all over the place.
Horrid.
Don't ask me about the weights, but I move those bench tables.
So we've got a full episode today. We're going to cover a lot of topics. We've got everything from JAYLEN Brown, Bronny James. I can guarantee you it's going to be spicy. We'll also cover the trades and the latest NBA news that have come up in the past week. And of course, as always, we'll have our favorite segments, the kick check and the clip of the week. A little bit of sprinkling of WNBA just for mods.
Wait, did you just say WNBA? No.
A sprinkle.
No, we're going out
So,
off the set.
as I promised, it's going to be hot, and we are coming in hot with the JAYLEN Brown. Now, JAYLEN Brown was recently at a Summer League game, a Lakers Summer League game, with his girlfriend. I'm not even going to try to pronounce her name, Bronny or something. And her teammate, Angel Reese from the Chicago Sky, was sitting courtside, and they were caught on camera in 4K, clearly talking about Bronny. Now, we've done you the service of dubbing the video. If you haven't followed us on Instagram, you would have seen this earlier in the week. So do follow us on our socials. You'll be able to get this information first. But we will play this. I'm going to play this for you guys. And we're going to talk about this clip that is going viral.
I don't think Bronny James is a pro.
I think she'll be on the G League team for sure.
I don't
The
think so.
accents.
Because of his name, he'll be on the Lakers. I don't think Bronny...
It's like the Dave Chappelle voice when he plays the white guy. Hi, I'm Dave Chappelle.
The accent's killed it. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that Outback show. What's his name? Russell Coit.
Oh,
When he shakes hands, it's always a different color.
Russell.
So the transcript was JAYLEN Brown saying, I don't think Bronny is a pro, and his girlfriend and Angel reacted, but Angel's smart. She quickly exited that conversation as quick as possible. But then JAYLEN Brown's girlfriend responded, I think he'll be in the G League team for sure. JAYLEN Brown responded, I don't think so. But because of his name, he'll beat the Lakers. Now, as I mentioned, this had a lot of media hype. What I think hasn't been covered, I want to get your thoughts on this, is intent. Did he mean for it? Was this done on purpose? What do you think of the whole video itself and intent? Yours, I'll start with you.
Right, I do have an opinion on this. First off, I think it sucks being the 55th pick, and out of all the conversations that choose to focus on, that guaranteed they're watching these people the whole game, right? If they've gone to the efforts of a lip reader decoding that certain area of what they've said, clearly they've been watching many other things that they've been talking about. But they're focused just on that. Surely he would have said that about a lot of players. He's a basketballer, he's a hooper, and that's how we talk as hoopers. Oh, this guy is not that good, maybe he'll be relegated or what not, right? But they've chosen to focus on that because that's the media hype at the moment. It's Bronny James. It's more, the more you can keep eyes on the Lakers and the Lebron thing, I think it's unfortunate. Like, I don't think there was an ill intent towards it. I think it was just a normal conversation. I believe he probably would have said it about a lot of players during that game because, as I said, we're hoopers and that's how we talk. But at the same time, since then, Bronny James started to pick up his game. So he went out. I think he shot like 2 from 5 from 3 the other day. Ended up with 12 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. And then right after that, next game, 13 points. He started to knock down his shots now and feel a little bit more comfortable. So, I mean, I think it's good for Bronny James. But at the same time, I think it's really shitty to focus on one part of something that was said because guaranteed he was talking about others. And yeah, it's just shit, bro. 55th pick to get that much attention.
So Moz, Jaylen Brown's video with the way it came out. Do you think that he intended it to come out the way that it is? Look, let's face it. Basketball players aren't stupid.
Yeah.
He's sitting courtside. What do you think of this whole situation? Jaylen Brown is known for a bit of controversy. Do you think this was on purpose?
I think this is his way of getting back at the snub from the American team.
Really?
It's a petty snub. It's like, yeah, LeBron James, you don't want me on the team? No worries. I don't want your son in the NBA.
So let me just add a little bit then. Jaylen Brown came back almost immediately after the video came out, and he responded saying, "It's a flex to have your son alongside you in the NBA. It reflects greatness, longevity. Bronny has all the tools around him to be successful. I look forward to watching his growth."
That's just media bloody, what do they call it, PR, cleaning up his...
Well, hold on. Didn't you say last week about, what's his face? I don't like it. Be a man of your word. Stick to your word.
Exactly.
If you say it, that's what you mean.
But if you listen to it, he didn't deny what he said.
Yeah, so the very beginning, I think, is really telling. It's a flex to have your son alongside you in the NBA. Then it reflects greatness, and I look forward to love.
But again, it reflects greatness on who? LeBron.
I think the most important part of the conversation for me is the first part. It's a flex to have your son alongside you. Because why? It backs up what he was saying before. Because of he'll be on the Lakers.
Because of his name.
Because of his dad.
Yeah, but we all know that generally. and that's what I said as Hoopers. We all know that. That's why we took umbrage to the fact that this was actually happening. That this guy at 55th pick was offered a $4 million guaranteed contract. And he's getting all the media and he's getting all the attention. We knew that was happening.
Yeah, look, his dad is LeBron James. It doesn't matter. I mean, we're talking about whether you like it or not. LeBron James is the biggest name in basketball today. Okay, to not old, current, existing, active players. Whatever he does, whatever his family does, it's going to be elevated no matter what in the media. So it's expected. Okay, I get that part of it. But there is a narrative around the league, and I want to get your thoughts on this. There's a narrative around the league that LeBron controls the NBA. He has massive control over the NBA. And Jaylen Brown was merely saying what other players were thinking. And this is now this kind of meta conspiracy thing that's happening now.
I agree with you 100%. We've always believed that regardless of what NBA players say or make apparent, we've believed he's got way too much pull, right? And that they're playing to his, tune. But the question, I'm gonna ask you is, do you feel that when he said it, he was saying it knowing that someone's going to get it on lip reading and put it out there? That's what I'm saying. I don't think that was intended.
Okay, well,
I do believe that the intent is there to have that conversation, be like, yeah, he's not cut out.
Well,
it's the sun. We all know that.
I'll ask you. I'll ask more. Loz.
Yeah.
When players are talking about trades and teaming up, what do we normally see when they're on camera?
They cover their meals.
100%.
I thought it was just because they had bad breath.
No, it's always
This guy,
just like this.
Jaylen Brown is courtside,
Yeah.
front row, front and center. Cameras are all over him.
Usually when you see that as
He
well.
didn't even try to cover his mouth, nothing.
But usually when you see that as well, it's when they're in their game uniform or they got on the bench with towels and stuff. Not when they're sitting
No, even when they're
in
sitting,
casual
they'll
clothes.
cover their mouths. It happens all the time.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe it was a marketing stunt.
That's what I'm saying. You can't. I don't believe that he said that not expecting someone to notice it. Okay? Whether he did it accidentally or whatever, as an NBA player, he knows when he says something controversial, someone is watching.
Yeah, Lord.
But anyway, coming back to the narrative about LeBron. Now, a couple of things Now, I should preface all of this by saying that I don't believe in what Jaylen Brown is saying. I said this in previous episodes, I think LeBron has the tools. Bronny James has the tools to be a good role player in the NBA.
Role player, 100%.
I actually don't, and potentially more. I don't know. Time will tell with his development. He's got everything around him to be a good basketball player. Everything from money, access, and everything else. So I don't think, and it's not like he's a scrub. I know his first few games, it's not looked that way, but I don't think he's a scrub.
On an NBA roster?
Yeah, I think.
Because looking at him not being a scrub in the G League, was like in the Summer League.
No, I think in the NBA. I think his development and the access he has to everything around him will make him, something. What that is, it comes down to him and his effort at the end of the day. We spoke about my comparison to his growth with the comparison was Jimmy Butler. So I'm not saying he'll be Jimmy Butler, but I'm saying that's the type of player that has, put himself forward that didn't have the natural talent necessarily.
I had nothing around
him
to help him.
He put effort. Yeah, now I'm saying if Bronny James puts the effort. But anyway, that was all just a preface to this. So what I wanted to say was, coming back to the narrative, is that straight after this came out, there was two particular media outlets that mentioned the same thing, and it was very targeted. So the comparison was made between Bronny James and Jaylen Brown's first 3 games in the summer.
Yeah, I saw that.
So we know that you can make stats, tell a story however you want. But the comparison was showing that Bronny James had 6 of 26 and in the first 3 Summer League games, and Jaylen Brown had 5 of 26 in the first 3 Summer League games. Trying to show that, the start isn't necessarily where the player will end up, and, to try to draw that image that, it doesn't mean anything and whatnot. But then also Gilbert Arenas started talking, and he brought up the same stat. Now, these are the evidences that I'm putting forward that potentially there is this control over not just the NBA, but the media and the narrative from LeBron. Moz, what do you think about that? Like, what do you think about this whole narrative and all these evidences that are putting up?
Well, I'm sure there's probably even worse stats for star players in the Summer League.
But that's the fact you said star. That's the difference.
Star players.
He can't be...
You get what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. He's not a star, so he needs to double perform. He can't be starting out like that.
Yeah.
You know what those stars are capable of.
100%.
But as for the narrative...
Jaylen Brown wasn't a star when he came into the league. When he came into the league. Whereas Bronny, they're hyping him up as a star.
Yeah.
So how you compare? It's not apples for apples. The
That's
comparison, yeah, whatever.
100%.
You know what they're saying, but I think it's just a tactic that LeBron's trying to use to settle the storm, so to speak, that's coming his way, that first season opener.
So speaking of that, JJ Redick, also the new coach at the Lakers, he also came out and commented on Bronny James's first few games in the Summer League. And this to me sounds like more media spit. And I don't blame him. He needs to maintain the locker room. It's his first time, a lot of pressure, etc. But I'm calling cap because he came out and said, right now, when asked about Bronny James and his poor performance, his start and whatever, said right now we're looking for defensive ball pressure. Look, Bronny James already has a great feel. He has a really good instinctive nature on defensive end. And then he started doing comps to Lou Dort. And he spoke about how Lou Dort blows up the entire plays because of pressure.
And he fouls a lot.
And he says, and I really believe Bronny eventually will be that guy. So he's comparing him to a top defensive effort player like Lou Dort already. I'm calling cap. I think he didn't want to talk about the offensive side of things. And if you look at, there was a game where JJ Redick and Rob Pelinka were in the stands, and they were visibly disgusted by what they were looking at.
I see that.
So, what do you think about JJ Redick commenting on this, Moz?
I don't know. I don't listen to anything he says after that bullshit he's said about he earned this spot. So, whatever he has to say about Bronny, it's all BS, in my opinion.
So this was the clip that I'm talking
You grow?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah, we've seen that. But, yeah, like I said, JJ's just another puppet in LeBron's tool shed.
That's what we said when we said it. We said it when they first started the mind of the game. Remember? Like,
Exactly.
this is the way to control. And I'm glad everybody's late coming to the party. At least you're coming to the party, noticing that this whole narrative controlling thing. We know LeBron's controlling the narrative. He gets into the media, he puts them in his pocket, and he gets them to speak and defend him on what. Like, remember when Rich Paul went on the Gilbert Arenas show? Ever since then, Gilbert Arenas show has been, like Gilbert Arenas specifically, has been like a puppet for LeBron James as well.
I actually didn't watch it.
Oh, you never watched that one? Ever since then, that's when I noticed a shift in the way that Gilbert
that
Arenas
makes
talks
sense.
about LeBron
That
James.
makes sense from what I previously said, because Gilbert Arenas, within like a few hours of that video coming out,
Defends it.
started putting out that
Jaylen Brown.
comparison with Jalen Brown.
And that's what I noticed as soon as before that Rich Paul episode, I didn't think it was that case with Gilbert Arenas show. But then we saw the mind of the game, and I said to you, well, he knows JJ Redick doesn't only have his own podcast and the mind of the game. He's also going on was it ESPN?
Yeah.
He's also going on other platforms.
Yeah.
And if he's controlling the narrative with JJ, he's another mouthpiece for LeBron.
I agree.
That's what was my take. And that's not, again, it's not a LeBron hater thing. It's just what you can see is apparent. And as you said, players know this. So it's not just Yoz's take. All right? Jafar, just making it clear. Don't switch off.
But you know what? Just to add to that, if all this is going around and LeBron's obviously hearing it, wouldn't it be for us fans more exceptional if the Lakers just basically gave him the position of being the coach
Player
and the
coach.
player? Yeah.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he wants
And-
the Vegas team. He wants his own
But
team.
if he won a title like that, like what Bill Russell did in this era, it would add to his legacy.
Last season, I don't know if it was last season or the start of this
So,
season.
sorry, I want to comment on that. Look, you're right. It would definitely. I mean, if he's collecting like a Pokemon,
Yeah, he's just catching
accolades.
them all. Yeah.
Yeah, that would look really good on his resume. But in this day and age, with all the coaching staff and whatnot, I don't think it'll be as same as what.
Yeah, but I mean, he's already controlling the coaching staff. So,
Well, they just hired the assistant coach.
I mean, just make
But there's a
LeBron the
difference.
head coach and then he can hire his coaching staff.
There's a difference between.
You know what I mean? Or make him basketball operations.
If there's a difference between adding and commenting and suggesting and actually doing it all. That's why I think it's a bit hard.
I think he's already doing it all. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
why he keeps.
Yeah.
That's why the failures are happening, right? That's why teams keep getting broken up, and that's why he's never making it to where he needs to make it. But what I was saying before is, I think it was the start of last season where they took away that rule that an owner couldn't be a player. Do you remember that?
Mhm.
It was always a rule where Jordan, like for example, when Jordan was at the Wizards, he had to give up his ownership to be able to play. Now that rule, I think last season they took it away, and that's when we started thinking, all right,
Sure.
are they taking this away? So then the team comes in Vegas, LeBron gets a team, puts his son there, his owner, he's a coach, and he's a player. It gives the opportunity for that to happen. LeBron James, LeBron James. I'm telling you, that's the
from
only
the
thing.
business side how bad that would be.
Well, he's actually making them.
I'm sorry, he's the real Jackie Moon.
Yeah.
I would love to be Jackie Moon. If I was Jack, that's perfect. If I owned a team, I want to play.
100%.
Like, how do you think Mike felt the Wizards? You suck. I'm going to play.
Yeah.
You can't play, Mark. You have a team.
Say
You have to Jackie Moon that shit.
I would
I
love
agree.
to see him smash some
I
tacos
agree.
Right. Jump over a
on
scale.
the stand.
I'd
Where'd
love-
you get those tacos?
But that's I
100%.
just thought that was an interesting point that they took that rule away last season.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What owner would you like to see play right now? I'd put my cube in. Yeah.
Steve Ballmer.
What owner do you want to see play?
Steve Ballmer, bro.
What player
No.
do you want to see own?
No.
Steve Ballmer. He's so he's got the energy.
I know Mark Cuban, Steve Ballmer.
Steve Ballmer's got the energy to.
I'd love to see Steve Ballmer, Mark Cuban go head to head.
Him and Jokic.
Honestly, that Indian bloke from the Kings.
No, he's a fan.
No.
He
owns-
fan. You're talking about the Raptors.
Yeah.
Oh, the Raptors. Who are you talking about? Sorry.
There's an Indian bloke that owns. I think he's a tech guru.
For what team?
Kings.
Guru.
Kings.
The Kings.
Anyway, I'd like to see him play.
Couldn't used to be able to say Shaq.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh.
So just to wrap up the whole
Well,
Bronny,
hold up. Michael Jordan's still a small percentage owner. isn't he?
Yeah,
So we want Mike to come back.
Bring back you literally took the thought out of my head. I'm like, hang on.
Flight
Edward's
school.
still
Taking
going.
a flight school. Sorry, Habs, I just remember.
Yeah,
No, that's fine.
that's cool.
just to wrap up the Bronny story. Now there was another thing to add to this.
Oh shit, we're still talking about
It's
bro.
not his rug, is it?
Raul.
Custom-made rug they made him.
Oh,
No, so Bronny James was struggling in summer league, and it came out. This is right up your alley, so I'm gonna throw over to you in a minute.
yeah.
It came out that he had just won a Call of Duty tournament.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Okay, during the struggles that he's having with summer league,
Yeah,
and he wins a whole $10,000.
there's nothing.
Bronny James, and then the kicker is his dad, blows him up on or shouts him out on social media.
Yeah.
Proud of him, like, hey, he really liked that on duty. Like, he's really getting into it. Now, do you think this is appropriate? Do you think that this is really poor timing or bad taste? If you were, if you were JJ Redick, if you were the coach of the Lakers, how would you feel?
Well, Bronny has said it before. I don't think JJ's seen it, but Bronny has said before his passion is more into video gaming.
Yeah, well,
Not-
he's part
not
of FaZe
basketball.
Clan, I think.
And when basketball's your side hobby, it's not your main hobby or your main interest in life.
True love.
Yeah, it will show on the court. But man, if Bronny's still doing his video gaming whatnot, whatever he's doing, because I think that wasn't anything big. That was just an online competition. It wasn't one of those big ones that they have where you play in front of the crowd or whatnot. I don't know if you guys are into
I
that.
don't,
Yeah,
I don't
esports.
know anything
Yeah,
about it. All I know is
Esports is
a
big.
Call of
bro.
Duty tourney.
Yeah, one of those online nothings. 10K is nothing. Proper esports comps. We're talking about millions of dollars, bro.
Especially 2K.
Yeah, we're talking about millions of dollars. So he must not be that good enough to play in those ones. It must be a summer league thing for the Call of Duty.
But
Well, he's part of FaZe Clan.
Well,
FaZe Clan is one of the biggest
Yeah.
esports groups or whatever. I don't know.
there's one thing about that.
I don't know why I'm pretending.
LeBron came out and said after that Jalen Brown thing. He's like, Bronny James could be anything. If he wants to be a chef, he can be a chef. If he wants to be a gamer, he can be a gamer. If he wants to do this, he can do this. That's the thing.
This is what LeBron said.
Yeah, that's what LeBron said. So I mean, it was trying to knock back all the criticism, saying he doesn't need to be in the NBA,
Which is true.
which is definitely true.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I have no problem with him gaming and shit. But dude, right now, this is when you need to put that shit down and just focus on what you're doing to prove who you are and that you're meant to be there. And
Oh,
you know?
I like what he said. It reminds me of Happy Gilmore. You have to give that shit up,
Oh, yeah.
concentrate on golf.
That's right. Just and then, hey, look, and when you own your spot and you're showing that you can ball out, pick up the controller, bro, and game out. Who cares? Like everyone games in the NBA.
Like
now.
your mate Cat.
Yeah.
Well, he actually
it.
Yeah, bro.
he actually beat Grant Williams in the same tourney.
Grant Williams is
He's a bum.
All right, so Patrick Beverly is leaving the NBA. He'll sign with. I don't care about their name, but it's an Israeli team. Now,
Dog.
Pat Bev, he publicly stated that they made him an offer that he couldn't refuse. Now, we've gotten details of that offer. It's $2 million. He said it was historic. It's $2 million to play in Israel. or
Dickhead.
the occupied territories.
That's right.
Exactly.
Obviously, this is some really disturbing news for the people that are occupied and oppressed in Palestine. Not that Patrick Beverly is anything, but the fact that people in this day and age are choosing to still support in any way, shape, or form the Israeli regime is absolutely astonishing to me and to all of us.
The grub.
I do want to state a few things. Firstly, the deal was for $2 million. Okay, apparently there's other incentives. What are the incentives that you get? What?
He gets bombs.
They allow him to write his name on the bombs.
Yeah,
Now,
he signs it.
the other thing is that he turned down offers from. So this is what frustrates me, is that there's this sentiment that he went there because he couldn't get a deal in the NBA. Now,
It's kazab.
it's been reported that he turned down offers from Houston and Detroit, which they offered $2.7 million. Okay, and Houston, we know, doesn't have the tax, I think.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's
The state
2.7.
tax.
Didn't have to leave the country, could have still maintained his own lifestyle and whatnot. So to say that they offered him an offer that he couldn't refuse, and we find out that it's only $2 million, it's just a spit in the face in anyone who believes in human rights, to be honest.
Agreed.
In my opinion. Now, I'm going to start with yours. What are your thoughts on Pat Bell's decision, his move? Anything you want to add to this?
He's not worthy of this book.
Yeah, I agree. He's a
Like-
grub.
Honestly, it makes no look. To be honest, may you be killed over there. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, may you cop it. You want to go there? I have no interest.
Mind you, they're going to treat him like shit. They're the most racist people in the world. Yeah.
But to be honest, mate, you're nobody in the NBA. You just, what do they used to say, mate? You just run around and pretend you're playing defense.
Yeah.
You're really nobody. There's a reason like you bounced around for so long to even get there.
A journeyman.
Right. Make a hijrah, go to Israel, piss off and don't come back.
Exactly.
You live in a box.
100%.
But it's a bit harsh, but hey.
Was?
Everything that you said, plus more.
So look,
No, I don't want to talk about it. He pisses me off. He's a dickhead. Him and Amari Stoudemire. Fuck his both.
Yeah, maybe he's one of those black Israelites.
They don't like him. The Israelis don't like him either.
Black Israelites are not Israelites.
Exactly.
like the fact that he's making news for this, you know,
Trying to stay relevant.
look, all I can say is, what the hell did they offer you that you couldn't refuse? This is cap. This is absolute cap. What are you doing supporting a regime like that? That is akin to someone going and playing for North Korea. It's actually worse than that.
Yeah,
I know
100%.
Dennis Rodman's a legend, man.
It's worse than that.
It's worse than that.
I don't get it. Just because you know your government is blinded, history will tell the story.
We should bring him up on war crimes.
It's absolutely
Yeah,
despicable.
100%.
It's despicable.
I think he's just a dog trying to stay in the media, trying to have attention.
He's trying to act
Wherever
like,
he can get it.
I'm the man.
And then he'll go over there and he'll
Piss
start
off.
his podcast. Or I'm in the occupied territories, and you know, like it's, you know,
This
the
is
narrative that they want him to spit. He can be a mouthpiece there
That's
too.
interesting that he does still have his podcast. I would like to see if he continues his podcast in Israel. And let's see, like you said, the nonsense that you're going to spew,
Yep.
the brainwashing that will be forced upon you. We've got reports of how celebrities are paid by the Israeli government to promote them, to boost
They
them, to
force
say,
it,
oh,
yeah.
wow, look at us.
Yeah.
People with podcasts and Instagram people are coming out saying we've been offered
Lee.
money to.
Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
Bobby Lee was very vocal about
Oh,
this.
is that the Asian fella?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
legend. I like his
He
funny ass.
exposed the crap out of it. Like, I'm not going there.
Yeah.
I got to do what? I got to put how many posts every day?
Yeah, no, stuff that.
So, I think, look, obviously we're small in terms of the podcast scene, but look, if anyone does watch this, if this does reach Pat Bev, if you don't know about what's going on, educate yourself. Go to your local, you know, human rights activist. Go to any
Just
one
go
of the
to,
major
just go to
human rights
Gaza.
activists.
Just go to Gaza.
I know, yeah,
Take
go-
a walk across the border.
Yeah. Go
Or
to
take,
the
no, not border.
go
Take
to the ghetto.
That's right.
Go to ghetto. Yeah, exactly.
Look, that's as much as I want from a political standpoint, but Pat Bev, bad move. Switching gears,
He joined the KKK pretty much.
yeah, especially from an oppressed,
Yeah.
coming from an oppressed
Culture.
race, nationality, whatever you want to call it. You'd expect, but anyway, switching gears again. We're in third now.
Well, I thought we went straight to reverse. Back over his body.
So this was breaking news today. Russell Westbrook has finally found home. There's been talks all summer about, well, for us winter, but all summer about Russell Westbrook's landing spot post Clippers, and he's now finally found a home to Denver, the Mile City with Jokic. What are your thoughts on this trade, Yoz?
Love it. Absolutely love it. Jamal Murray being not available a lot of the time. Having a passing guard like Russell Westbrook is like it's great. I didn't like him at the Clippers while James Harden was there. Before Harden was there, it was great. But after Harden got there, your playoffs had more turnovers than assists. He was shooting what? Gosh, can't remember what. Very bad shooting in the playoffs. I think it's brilliant to pair him with Jokic. Mainly because, he will get a lot of starts because Jamal Murray will be out a lot of the time and preserve him for playoffs. Absolutely love it. I just think it's funny as I want to get a Utah Jazz jersey with Russell Westbrook on it because I'm telling you, he's been there twice now. And I think that'll be a collector's item. A Russell Westbrook Utah Jazz jersey.
Just before I go to you, Moz, about what yours is saying. So, Russell Westbrook, I had the stat here. There it is. Russell Westbrook was traded in 2023 to Utah, then waived, then signed by the Clippers. And then this year, July 18th, he was traded to Utah, waived, and signed by the Nuggets. So he's been Utah Jazz twice in less than a year.
That's why I want a Jazz jersey.
They must love him.
Or in a year, sorry.
They must love him.
Do you reckon they'd make a jersey? Just for the fact of...
No, otherwise Atlanta Hawks would have made a Melo jersey.
So, Moz, I'll give you the whole trade, and I'll get your thoughts on the whole thing.
Hawks did make a Melo jersey.
So,
So
the trade was for Russell Westbrook. Sorry, the Clippers were trading Russell Westbrook for a second-round pick swap and cash. Utah Jazz does a sign-and trade for Chris Dunn, and the Denver Nuggets get Russell Westbrook. Now, this is Russell Westbrook's 5th team in 6 seasons. He's been Rocket, Wizard, Laker, Clipper,
Utah Jazz.
Now, I want to get your thoughts on that, but I also want to get your thoughts on how the dynamics will work with a past first player like Jokic and a past first player like Westbrook. And we know he goes downhill as well, but he loves assists as well. So let me know your thoughts on the trade and how it will fit.
Thoughts on the trade is I find it that it's a little disheartening to see Westbrook's career slowly declining to where it is now. It's turned into a Shaq-ending career where he's just bouncing from one team to another.
Chasing rings.
No, Shaq wasn't even chasing rings. He just wanted to go to different cities. But it was like, well, I was speaking about it in one of the previous podcasts where these old school ISO dominant players are getting phased out, and to move on to the next question. Now you ask me how it's going to play out with Jokic and the Nuggets. I think on half court set plays, he's going to clog up the paint for Jokic if he's trying to set up the offense on that free throw line. As far as playing with the other guys, I don't know. Aaron Gordon.
Michael Porter Jr.
He's going to do some highlight alley-oops for Aaron Gordon. Not even just Aaron Gordon. I think Peace-Watt as well. I think Peace-Watt's going to have a breakout season this year.
And you've got shooters like Michael Porter Jr. out there.
Well, the thing is, Michael Porter Jr. needs to improve drastically, man. Like
So do you see him running the second unit? Would you think that's how they would use him?
Yeah, 100%. But
you'd think you would, but like again to say and to piggyback on what I was saying with him getting phased out slowly, or him as in those players getting phased out slowly, and coaching staff using the stats primarily to coach the teams. I don't know whether he's going to be the key piece to lead the second unit, or Jokic will keep playing the big minutes and he'll keep leading the whole game, because Nuggets have Jokic and Murray playing a lot of minutes when they're out there healthy. So I think there might even be games where he doesn't even play.
oof,
Yeah,
I reckon they need
you got what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I think they need a more cut back the minutes of Murray. And that's because he keeps having these injuries and they're overplaying.
I think it's because they don't have anyone to replace that style of play with Jokic.
That's true, but I think that what you can utilize Westbrook is because his shooting's not.
That's what I mean. His shooting is that Jamal Murray shooting, so you can't.
I see him being a lot more. He's a very athletic. He's a very athletic man, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I see him coming off screens and getting into old Westbrook where he's exploding at the rim. Exploding at the rim a lot more.
The thing is, when he explodes off the ring off passes from Jokic, there's already cuts happening that might close. You get what I mean?
True,
yeah.
100%. There's some
And not to mention, Aaron Gordon's always sitting in the dunker spot. So it's going to be crowded.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
It will be.
So if I've got a feeling that Aaron Gordon will get moved to the bench, obviously he's going to stay starter, but when Westbrook gets subbed in, Aaron Gordon will be the one to get moved to the bench to open up the dunker spot. Your thoughts?
I think the best way it works, in my opinion, would be he runs a second unit, because he fills in the void of the running the offense through him that Jokic does. Obviously, he's playing a different style because he's not at the post. But I think that's how I would use it. But we'll see what Mike Malone has in store for him.
Who's the backup center for that team?
I don't know.
Is it still DeAndre Jordan?
It was.
Does he even play, though? I don't really see him.
That's what I mean. It's because they play big minutes. These second units don't get...
But I think Westbrook's the type of player that you're not going to have sit a whole match and not come in West.
No, I think
niggling injuries or something.
I think there's...
Because you saw
there's
it
going to be more
the
to happen.
He did that. He ran like the second unit.
But they had a proper second unit. I don't think Nuggets have a proper second unit yet, which means they're going to move players around.
I think they'll stagger it the same way that Kerr does when Curry's on there with the second unit for that overlap. I think they'll stagger it like that, and they'll have like Aaron Gordon and Porter Jr. as staggered kind of subs.
But who's going to be his screening man? Because they don't have a backup big, is what I'm saying.
I think, like you said, there'll be a high-flying type of acrobats when he's on there.
I think having him paired with Jokic, when Jokic's on, Jokic will have to be more of a scorer instead of Silver.
Yes,
and let Russell Westbrook take a little bit of that ball handling in. Because we can see that
much with Murray as it is.
But we can see how passive some games, a lot of the games, Jokic actually is on scoring. He's just focusing too much on getting everyone else going. And I think if you force him, because it's so easy for him to score, it is. It's very easy for him. He's got the great footwork. He's great around that ring. He's got a great, not jump shot, just a shot, because he doesn't jump. But, I mean, I think he just needs to be more aggressive on getting buckets, man. It's going to be
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
So I'm going to speak about some other news, some injuries.
Wait, before you get into that, does this move make him a title contender? Is what we should be asking.
They're a title contender. They are a title contender.
They're always going to be.
Jamal Murray was injured, bro. That whole play. What we didn't have. Not many people had the best luck this playoffs. It wasn't the best It's pretty shitty. Playoffs.
Let's not forget they were number one in the West. Like this
Well,
is a season ago with
yeah, I know.
less.
But the same could be said about Lakers. They were number one 2 years ago.
No,
Didn't they? 2 or 3 years ago.
they
When?
didn't lead the
Bro,
West.
you're going back 3 years now,
Oh,
bro. Who
yeah.
cares about 3?
Oh,
The
something.
roster changes every
Yeah.
year.
I know.
Half a year change
Yeah.
again. Like,
But their standings wasn't number one when they won that shit. No, I'm saying
No.
the Denver Nuggets has been the strongest regular season team
Yeah.
in the West.
they were tied with Thunder this year, weren't they?
Yeah,
But they're still at one.
and to be honest, I think I wouldn't be surprised if that was because they wanted to position themselves, but that didn't work out.
Yeah.
So moving on to injuries. So the first one is with the 22 pick. It's I don't know who it is, but De'Aaron Holmes. He suffered a torn Achilles while practicing. That's nuts. The other one is Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton's undergone surgery, arthroscopic surgery on both ankles. Damn.
At least it's something in surgery.
Yep. And Kyrie Irving has also undergone surgery to repair his broken left hand. That's wild. I didn't know he had a broken left hand. And the last one,
Makes sense why he played poorly.
Nah. I
Left
don't
hand?
think it was broken then. He probably punched some shit.
When did the guy uses both hands.
I think he might have. So it says he sustained it earlier this month.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
it would have been. He's
Zach-
out there bashing people in spare time.
Uncle Drew.
Uncle Drew's smashing people.
Now, Zach Edey, big man.
Yeah, from Canada.
He's out. So he had an ankle injury in the last game. I haven't got any follow up on that yet, but that's heavy, especially for a big guy. Any lower leg injury, it's disastrous. We've seen this time and time again. Let's not forget Chet Holmgren. Actually, Chet, I forgot to mention.
The trolls.
Coming back to
What do you do?
Coming back to what Yoz was saying about Bronny, so when he had the better game, when he started to have a bounce back game, Bronny, Chet actually started trolling the troll
Oh, there you go.
on social media and said he's definitely a pro, like throwing shade at JAYLEN Brown. I don't know if you want that smoke, bro. I don't know if you want that smoke.
Chet,
So
get a haircut, have a shave. Get from under the damn bridge, bro.
get a job.
Man. Get a job, Chet.
Yeah, he's a solid player, man. I don't leave Chet alone.
Now I'm going to quickly rattle off some.
He's-
I'm going to rattle off some trades.
he looks like a
and-
BFG. Yeah, he does, yeah.
So I'm going to rattle off some trades. You brought this up before.
BFG.
So just quickly, some trades. So from Australia, Jack McVeigh from the Boomers, former
McVeigh.
Tasmania Jack Jumpers. He has signed a two-way deal with the Houston Rockets. So well done.
Nice.
Clap, clap.
Another Aussie in the league.
Let's get the Aussies.
Orlando Magic has signed Corey Joseph to a 2-year
Oh, haven't heard
deal.
the name for a while.
Yeah,
Corey
yeah.
Joseph was
Where's
with
he
the
been?
Warriors.
Was he?
Yeah. Averaged 2.4 points per
Oh,
game.
jeez, he had a breakout season.
Wow.
Luke Walton.
Wrong one. Yeah, that one.
So Detroit Pistons have hired Luke Walton as JJ Bickerstaff's lead assistant.
For what team?
Oh, you
I
can-
missed
he
it.
just
Yeah.
said the
I
team
know,
name.
I like to say that.
Come on, bro.
What team?
Detroit Pistons.
Oh, that's shit. That's why I zoned out. It's just
Oh,
a
it's the
shit.
Pistons.
Yeah.
Now,
It's not working.
the Hornets. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm listening.
The Hornets have signed Taj Gibson to a 1-year deal, $3.3 million.
But how's he getting contracts, that guy, man? Have you seen him play?
Taj. The Taj.
Have you seen him?
Wow.
I've seen a couple of highlights of his, but no, I haven't really.
No, recent, not when he was in the Chicago
last
Bulls.
year I saw him get out. Steph Curry has
Yeah,
signed a
Hornets.
1-year deal with the Hornets. We mentioned that in the previous episode that
Nice.
he was waived and likely will re-sign. Moving on to the Bucks.
So just how much? 1 year, how
It
much?
doesn't say, just say 1-year deal.
That'd be interesting because
It'd probably like 15 mil or something.
Probably be similar to Taj Gibson. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, he's better than
way better.
He's a very good player.
Better
He's
than
just
Curry.
underutilized.
Gary Trent Jr. has signed with the Bucks.
Oh, that's good.
That's an interesting one. Got to give him a bit of youth, speed, etc. 1-year deal.
It doesn't make him title contenders.
And now this is really interesting from
Makes
the
it
Bucks. This is really interesting. And I want to get your opinion on this. So there were 2 workouts for the Bucks. One of them was John Wall. He worked out for Darvin Ham. And the other one was Isaiah Thomas. He worked out for the Bucks as well.
And Zeke's way to ultimate play.
Not that Isaiah Thomas. Out of the 2, if they do go, like you can see what they're doing here. They're trying to cover their bases from a point guard perspective off the bench. Out of the 2, which one do you think they should go with, if any? I can already see your face is saying no, so I'm going to go to yours first.
John Wall, 100%. Zeke. I love IT, but it's too small. It's too little. Especially in this league now. It's getting bigger and bigger. Look, John Wall, I always thought was a great player. Just, had bad luck with injuries and bounced around for a while. And then he went through that controversy at Houston not long ago.
Yeah.
And then got back, left Houston, and then they put him back there. So it's, I think he'd be a good addition. He would be.
Moz,
Off the bench.
out of Isaiah Thomas and John Wall, who do you think the Bucks should pick, if any?
Neither.
That's why I didn't go to you first. I already knew it.
I'll tell you why. John Wall's lost his speed. That was his biggest accolade. And IT is too small for the league. And game over's Giannis gone. That's it. Pretty much.
Fair enough. So,
True?
Yeah.
You're just happy you got it fixed.
100%.
So let's go to the Knicks then. Knicks had some news. Cameron Payne signs a 1-year deal, 3.3 mil with New York.
Yeah, what a pay cut.
Now, this is where it gets interesting. Speaking of pay cuts.
Must have been a pain.
Big pain.
There's news been released about Jalen Brunson's contract with the Knicks. Talk about historic. Dude took a historic pay cut. He dropped $113 million.
He wants to win. You do what you need to do to win.
He dropped $113 million off his contract. And straight after that, there were 2 main reactions that I want to get your opinions on. Josh Hart, typical Josh Hart fashion, straight away post, build him a statue. And Brian Windhorst, sensing that there might be this big shift because of this new
Salary cap.
He linked it to this new salary cap and said that this is historic and we are pushing the limits of what is this contract downsizing or this pay cuts. We're pushing the limits with Jaylen Brown. He's anticipating that there might be more to come. Jalen Brunson. 2
yeah.
Jalen's. So, and then just to build on that, Mikal Bridges also took a pay cut. He followed the lead of Jalen Brunson, and he took a pay cut as well. So, where do you see this going with this whole move to build with less, really?
I think it's unfortunate because the players are taking pay cuts, but the owners aren't taking the pay cuts. And it's all this saved money that the players are doing to win in their respective teams. The owners are going to be coming out on top with all these profits, which is, in my opinion, the wrong way the league went about it, because there should be some compensation from these players by the owners via some loophole, something that they must be doing. Otherwise, how else can you explain a player literally throwing away 113 mil?
No, you're right on the money with that, because I was thinking the same thing. You know, we just spoke about Patrick Donkey Beverly and saying that, you know, he had a historic deal with an offer that he refused.
Patrick Beverly.
And it says that there's extra bonuses, you know, whatever that is.
Yeah.
I think there is an element of that, just like the old college, you know, issues, the scandals that used to happen.
Yeah.
You know, they'd give them a house and things like that. There's got to be an element of that in the background for them to drop $113 million for, let's face it, Jalen Brunson was a B-grade player, you know, not too long ago. Obviously, talent and effort and everything else, we would disagree with that. But in terms of the NBA, that's huge. Yoz, what are your thoughts on this?
I think, well, he took a pay cut to have another Villanova boy there, yeah? Is that the case?
He already had Mikal Bridges.
Yeah. So my take is, I've always said this, and it goes into the fact that you just said he was a B-grade player, right? A player like Jalen Brunson.
I didn't think that.
No, I'm
Just
saying
from
from
NBA's,
yeah,
yeah.
it wasn't a marketable player at that time because he hadn't, you know what I mean? He hadn't become. But
Him.
I look at it as, mate, you're one bad injury, and I've said this before, away from being IT.
Yeah,
Again,
because of his height.
one little, and overusage, the amount of hits he gets and the amount of contact he creates, he's getting hit a lot, bro. So don't take that pay cut. Don't at all. Look, make your money while you can. You're only going to make it for so long. You can have one bad season and all of a sudden, don't learn from Scottie Pippen. Don't learn from IT D Rose. Now, I'm not a capitalist as per se, but I do disagree with this whole the owners should take a pay cut. No, the owners paid millions of dollars to get these teams, or millions and millions of dollars to get these teams. They own. It's a business.
No,
it's a
no.
company.
I'm saying
You're their workers.
I'm not saying the owners should pay. I'm saying
Owners should lose nothing.
no. I'm saying if the players are willing to do whatever it takes for the team, then the owners should also be on that mindset as well. That's what I'm saying.
But aren't the owners subject to salary caps, right?
No,
So they can only
No,
build
I
to
think
move.
what Boz is saying is basically the profits, okay, him not getting paid, the profits are going to stay with
So
the owner.
create extra incentives to give those profits to the players.
So yeah, if he was getting paid, which would have been the normal, you know, standard, the profits would have been to the players,
Of course.
not to the owner.
But how would it look from a business, and this is what I'm saying, from a business owner's perspective? Okay, this player's taking a pay cut, which means my profit net has just gone up. I'm just making this much extra profit. I can utilize it wherever I want throughout the organization, extra training facilities, whatever I need, better playing ticket, whatever they're going to spend it on, or just pocket it as profit. That's an owner's. That's a smart businessman. If you can get your players to, or your staff to say, you know what, you don't need to pay me that much. What owner's going to be like, no, what do you mean? Take my money. Do you know what I mean? Like that's why I say I'm not a capitalist, but I do agree with, if you're an owner of a business, profit as much as you can. As long as you're paying above award wage, which these guys are way above award wage already. But coming back to Jalen Brunson, I don't believe he should have took that pay cut. It's like LeBron. LeBron was going to take a pay cut.
So let me ask, clearing, you know, salary space, they're clearly waiting for a big signing.
Giannis.
So
I'm telling you, bro.
I was going to ask two questions. You answered one of them. But do you think that whatever they get, they'll be able to take it all the way? No.
If they do get Giannis, yes. Yes, 100%. Yes. Agreed. Done.
He's got to stay healthy.
Giannis.
2 years in a row.
Brother,
He's not
he'll
playing.
force himself. Bro,
2 years straight playing,
Listen,
no playoffs.
Giannis, you know why? Because he doesn't want to be there.
No, because he's been injured.
No, he's faking that shit.
No, he went down 2
No,
years,
he's
not last
faking it,
season,
bro.
season before. He went down on his back. Hectic. You saw that, right? He
Well,
landed
he's also
flat
got-
on his back.
He's also
bro.
got Achilles injuries.
Yeah,
at the moment.
that was the new one. That was from this
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
The season before. The way he went down on his back took him... Bro, that was hard.
He don't want to be in Milwaukee.
Well, that's
See,
what we said at the
He's
time.
always said he
Yeah,
doesn't want to be
yeah.
in a big market
Yeah.
as well.
But when New York Knicks come knocking, and you know what they mean in the NBA.
How many people have turned down the Knicks?
A fair bit.
Everyone wants to play
Not
MSG.
Miller.
No one wants to play.
No, actually, Miller came and knocked on their door. But
people chose to go to Brooklyn over the Knicks.
you know what it is? This new gen don't know how to handle pressure.
The MSG is pretty crazy.
Bro, imagine playing in MSG.
It's wild. So,
Even D Wade talks about it to this day. He thanks Melo for those crazy games that they used to have.
His nails and his admirer.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like those crazy matchups they had at MSG, he goes, they were one of the best games he used to have.
MJ, same thing.
you know,
Yeah,
it reminds me of what, I don't know if you guys have been to it, but the Sydney Football Stadium. This is a very obscure fact that I'm about to say.
I was just about to say.
But the Sydney Football Stadium, if you compare it, it's a smaller capacity stadium compared to Olympic Stadium. But when they play any sports there, whether it be soccer, rugby league, or whatever, the atmosphere is completely different. In Sydney Football Stadium, it is absolutely electric.
Mm.
But
Okay,
in Olympic Stadium, which has a capacity of 80 to 100,000, whatever the case may be, it doesn't feel the same. You're further away from the
Yes,
action.
there's no culture.
It's not the same. So I'm guessing because Madison Square Garden isn't actually a big capacity stadium, but I'm guessing it must have that same feel
It's historic.
where it's just
Yeah.
thunderous inside.
And Knicks fans,
Man.
go hard, bro.
Yeah, man.
LA and New York, two places where celebrities, even not just fans, celebrities flock to like for games.
I'd love to see New York in the finals. MSG.
They were close. That's why I was saying, do you think they can get it done with a new signing if they bag a superstar to team up or to pair with?
Well, which other
Villanova.
superstar
Depends on the superstar,
other
man.
than Giannis? Yeah.
Not Jason Tatum.
Well, hold on. There's another one that was actually in the rumor mill. Joel Embiid, the bloody traitor. He is linked heavily to New York.
Former
Knicks.
Cameroonian.
Yeah, I could see him winning a championship with him.
That rumor
Two foul baiters. I don't want to see it, but two foul
I don't
baiters.
want to see it.
Brunson and Embiid.
And to be honest,
that would work as well.
Live at the free throw line, both of them.
look, the way that they battled and the animosity between the players during the series that they had, I do not want. Do you know what it'd be like? It'd be
KD going
like
to
Magic
Warriors?
Johnson. It'd be like Magic Johnson going to Boston.
No, it'd be like Dennis Rodman going to the Bulls, and that's what happened. And they
No.
killed it. Yeah, are you
Oh,
kidding? The amount of punishment he gave there,
Yeah, but that was
and
a
Pippen
team.
did not
Okay.
want him there.
All right,
He
but
said
that
he
was
would
a
leave
team.
if he came.
No, but that was a team. The whole team was like that. This was one individual instigator, Embiid
Oh,
versus the Knicks. Like, it wasn't like the whole
They still won.
Philadelphia team. No, but it wasn't the whole Philadelphia team that had like a
Yeah, I see what you mean.
massive
I
like
see what you mean.
they weren't the Pistons, bro.
Yeah, I just saw Rodman as that player. Always was that.
But yeah, that's why I
Him and,
said it'd be like Magic going to Boston. It's a massive
But Magic
betrayal.
was soft ass. Like, why would it be like
It'd
Magic?
be like Larry Bird going to the Lakers.
That's better.
That's my point. Is that it's akin to
He
that.
would have got shot like Donald Trump. Yeah, and then go.
Fights.
So
That's it.
with that $113 million pay cut, you have to think that there's gonna be a massive sneaker deal coming Jalen Brunson's way.
It
Which
would-
brings us to our favorite segment, Kick Check. Roll.
I'm rocking the Jordan 1s, mids, reds. I think they're the inverted reds. I think I've worn them before on this show, actually. As I said before, I was going with the Fevers in representation of the Olympics at the moment. It worked, but, too dirty. You can never go wrong with the Jordan 1s in red.
Mid King.
Fly as sponge.
You can't see him.
Take the laces off.
No, I'm never ready.
Hard to make out on the screen.
What's too far? Yo, the Shoe King in the house, repping the Kings 20s.
They look more like
King's
Queen.
King.
I think they were built for maybe Heat kind of vibes here.
Yeah, you got that hot pink
They're called the
Alphabet people.
what they called the
time machine.
time machine. Why is it called the time
Back to
machine?
the Future, look. Actually,
So these
Oh
it's
yeah.
very Back to the Future.
These released in year 20 for LeBron, and obviously he was still dominating, so they're saying it's a time machine because he's gone back in time.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, Cutler
Yeah.
is dope.
Very
Shoe
nice.
was the first low cut for LeBron, or the first mainline low cut.
I like I like his Dunkman logo.
Dunkman.
The Dunkman logo.
The flop, man. I thought that was him throwing the flop.
Not here. Looks alright.
So he's imitated a lot of Jordans in the past, and now he's imitating the Kobe's, in my opinion, with this line.
Small on the feet. I don't know why. No, it feels small.
Yeah, I've noticed
Kobe's
it. I've
always
noticed.
narrow. Sorry, LeBron's are always narrow. They're
I don't
always
like-
narrow for some reason. Same with KD, like that.
Because you've seen his toes, yeah? They're all on top of each other.
Oh,
LeBron's toes go on top of each other, so he doesn't need
for a
space.
big man, they're bloody very narrow.
Yeah, remember your soldiers? It's the same thing. See how your side of your foot, how it doesn't have enough tread pattern on it? But they're a dope shoe, dope looking shoe. Great
First time I wear
materials.
him. Up for sale.
How much?
give me an offer. $1,000.
Oof.
Let's go. Make it
Shoe
happen.
King with the King shoes. Something out of the ordinary for me. These are there we go. These are the Jumpman 2.3s or the Jordan 2.3s. These are trainers. They're not actually basketball shoes. But you can see they've got that, I think it's the Jordan 12 vibe. That leather kind of upper. Nice looking silhouette, I gotta admit, but shoes pretty basic.
Whoa, what kind of treadwear is that?
Yeah, it's a trainer. It's meant for like the gym and stuff. I don't.
Just the flex. Does it flex?
They're size 12s, man. Yeah, they fold over each other. Dad would like these shoes.
Does the toe touch the heels?
Yeah, so these were actually donated by our teammate. Shout out to Chris.
Mr.
You
Chris.
just said our Jumpmans?
They're Jordan 2.3s.
You said Jumpman.
Yeah, I said jump in the beginning, but they're actually the Jordan 2.3s. That's what they're called. But they're the 2.3 trainers. So there's a 2.3 basketball line. There's a 2. Oh, anyway, it's a size 12, so it's a bit big for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pass on the favor, and I'm gonna give these away. So I don't know. I'll give them away either here or I'll give them away to a local team, local comp, one of the youth there. So if you guys want to get yourselves a pair of these, I'm happy to send them out if you guys pay for the postage.
Best comment wins the shoes.
Let's see you go. But that's all thanks to Chris. So Chris, thank you much. All right, that was the Kicks check. Let us know who had the best picks.
The king. Where's the king's
Drop it in the
shoes?
comments.
Ah,
Let us know.
that hurt. Leave my titties alone.
So we're gonna move into international basketball.
Ah, this is better. This
And
is I love
heating up.
this.
And as I promised, lock in
Mate.
Australia till we win.
I was going to wear my FIBA 37s, the Jordans. I had them on.
You
I was
should
going to
have.
wear them, the FIBA competition one. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to cop shit from these guys because they're dirty.
They're
They're not white
dirty.
enough and they're pure white.
See?
Beautiful shoes. Now I'm shouting on it.
Hey, but how good is it watching proper basketball?
Yeah, man.
None of this
Not
bullshit
Hollywood,
NBA
melodrama.
bloody fake rules they're
Soap
making
operas.
us. Yeah, it's-
So let me kick it off with there was the USA Classic, which is being held in, or was being held in Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
Great venue, great atmosphere. The three teams that were participating in it was the USA, of course, Serbia, and the Australian Boomers.
Yep.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
The first game,
Thank you.
the first game was the United States versus Australia. Ended in 98-92 result.
They did well. It was a good game.
Giddy.
Guys, what are your thoughts on the game? Moz, you go first.
It was a good game. I saw streaks of Australia being the underdog in this upcoming Olympics. And at the same time, their strong suit of playing to the FIBA rules. And on the opposite end, with America, still adjusting to the FIBA rules and showing their weakness on that part. But obviously, the ISO and the individual strengths managed to carry them through. But I will say this, America versus good, solid international teams are going to struggle. Especially coming up against teams that have just finished the World Cup not too long ago, and there's almost the identical same team that won or went through that World Cup. So their team's chemistry is already established, so to speak.
So yours, what were your highlight? Who was the standout in this game from both teams?
For me, Giddy. Giddy stood out a lot. And you know, all of you know, I'm not a massive Giddy fan,
But
definitely not. But he stood out a lot. He always does. I think he does really well in his when he represents his country.
He broke down that middle really, really well.
At the same time, the scores, I don't think they're really reflected.
No,
I felt like
they backed off.
Yeah, I feel like USA, like regardless to adjusting to FIBA or whatnot, I think this team's very OP. I don't see many teams being able to beat this USA team. I do think Greece could be a possibility.
Who did you see was the standout from USA then?
Bro, for me, it's hard to say with USA because.
So for me, it was the second unit. They carried the team. There was moments where they were stagnating, and Curry didn't have a good game. Patty Mills didn't have a good game.
No, Patty did.
Neither did Curry. So the perimeter shooting was a struggle in that game. But then the second unit came in, Tyrese hitting back-to-back threes and so on. That lifted the USA and got the momentum they needed. And then Australia got on a roll late and started pushing back, caught him sleeping, caught him napping. And I agree with you. Giddey was absolute standout.
Chris Goulding has been a nice factor as well these past few games. I mean, I never liked Goulding either, but
I like Goulding. I like him.
Really well lately.
So that was the first game.
Before you move on, why are we addressing the elephant in the room with asking where's Matisse Thybulle?
Where's Lauren Jackson?
Where's Matisse Thybulle, man? This team needs him.
Man, stop being Ben Simmons.
No, legit. This team does need Matisse Thybulle,
Yeah, well,
bro.
I don't know.
Did you see that? I think I sent you how dirty he's been done. Like they're giving a massive clearance on Boomer jerseys at Thybulle. Like it's like a 70% off all.
Why? And that trade
Something has to have happened, bro.
Yeah.
There has to have had something because even Thybulle's been pretty quiet. Like
So that he had a good tryout, if you want to call it that. There was absolutely nothing wrong with from that end. He's not injured. This is what is continuously being said. But I'll be honest, I don't think they lost anything on defense, not having Thybulle there. So now you have to ask the question, where are they at offensively? Because that's where they're struggling at the moment, in my opinion.
I don't think Matty D is a better offensive player than Thybulle.
But he didn't play big minutes either.
Yeah, but he's the one that took his position.
He actually lifted the team when he came on.
yeah, but Dellavedova is one of those.
Old heads.
Yeah, he's a vet, like, and he's got experience. Experience trumps skill every time.
All I'm saying is they didn't lose anything not having Thybulle there from a defensive perspective. If anything, their defense was elite.
Was Mitch Crick playing?
No, I don't think he's on the team.
He just
Here's another one.
But do you know what they did? What I thought was absolutely amazing. They held the bigs of America. They did a really good job.
FIBA rules.
That's
And
Aussies.
Big didn't have a big game. Anthony Davis didn't have a big game.
Mm-hmm.
They were almost non-factors. Almost.
Aussies always doing that. They always know how to play against bigs because we
And
usually use the big game.
Landau was
Jock.
absolutely outstanding. His
Aaron Baines.
confidence level
Aaron
is just
Baines,
going
yeah.
from one level to the next.
But that's
amazing.
We produce those players: the Bogats, the Baines, the Landaus, like
The heavy hitters.
the Longleys. Look, we produce good, big, the Mark Bradkeys.
Yeah, man.
These were the Australian basketball's like that.
So America didn't play Durant, so he's still
Injured.
nursing that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's injured or they're just, because he was injured,
Yeah.
and I think they're just resting him for leading up
Olympics.
to the Olympics. But
I'm
after
riding
the game,
bench.
so these are the little things that I think will start building team chemistry and camaraderie. I'm going to play this. So right after the game, during the team huddle, and this is something that it's something most basketball players do. When they walk off the court, what do?
You have to get a swish 3 before you get off the court.
So I thought this was really interesting. So during the huddle, at the end of the game, LeBron saw KD and he said to him, "Go on, send that shit." Just it.
Yeah, splash.
I thought that was really
A splash.
You can see they're trying to, I don't want to say force it, but they're loving playing with each other.
Yeah,
It's always good to see. It's always good to see. So I think this, to me, shows this is what worries me if I was playing against America, is if they become this really close unit,
Yeah.
that's going to be scary. Because team chemistry, like you said, rightly said, most FIBA teams have played together for a while. Okay, the team doesn't change year on year too much. They've got a lot of experience playing with each other. No Diddy.
Big Diddy.
So we'll move on to the next game. So Australia played Serbia.
Yeah.
It was an absolute bounce back game for especially Patty Mills.
Yeah.
Patty Mills top scorer, 28 points.
We needed that to win.
Absolutely killed it. So 84-73 is the result. And again, the bigs did a number on the Serbian bigs. The Australian bigs did a number on the Serbian team, especially Jokic.
You know why?
What are your thoughts on this?
They don't have defensive 3-second rule.
It seemed like they weren't even calling offensive 3 seconds, I noticed. They're camping out. In every game I've seen in this USA Classic, I was watching it closely. They're camping out in the lane, and they're not calling 3 seconds.
You know what becomes hard? And it's like real conditioned growing up to offensive 3 seconds. So it's very rare that you'll ever... Like, I can't remember last time I've been called for that, because it's become muscle memory that you have to just go in and out.
Yeah.
Right? Playing in the NBA, the new gen, they must be conditioned for that defensive 3 seconds. Do you know what I mean? It's got to be hard for them to be able to remember, oh shit, I can just scan. You know what I mean? Because a lot of those other European teams, their bigs aren't like the bigs in the States where they're shooting threes and shit. They're under the rim. They still play that type of
The
basketball.
role players.
So, I mean, if you leave for a second as your muscle memory kicks in, you're leaving your man open behind you. It's going to be hard, bro, to keep going back and forth. This is why the universal rules bloody still apply.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just thinking, it must be hard, bro. But I did see you say deep.
Wait, we went past that really quickly.
What?
Are you calling for FIBA rules in the NBA?
Yeah.
We always said that.
No, we.
No.
we.
No.
We.
How many times have we talked about defensive 3 seconds?
Yeah, defensive. We did
So
say
this
that.
is
That's a shit
One of the
rule.
major rules, when it came in, I went crazy. It was 2001 or something.
Took away
I remember it was a massive scandal. What? Not scandal, but it was a massive problem.
Not just the one element.
No, but I'm talking, brother, I'm not talking about all FIBA rules. I'm saying the NBA, how it used to be. I was alive when they made that transition.
I'm with you, but you just
I was
made a
against
comment
that.
about having a universalized set of rules.
with regards to that.
You weren't talking about defensive, you mentioned it broadly.
No, I was
That's
talking-
why I jumped on
Was
it.
I talking about defensive 3 seconds?
Yeah, but then
Literally,
you did say
specifically, that's what I was talking about.
I
And that's why we need a
I got
universal type of-
excited, and that was all. That's all she wrote.
Right, he gets too excited.
It does.
Right.
I'm so excited.
So,
He just can't hide it.
standouts for that game, Serbia and Australia were also Dante Exum, 15.7 rebounds, 4
Good on him.
assists. Josh Giddey backed it up again, 13.6 rebounds. Dyson Daniels had a very good moment towards the end of the game where he got them back into it with a deep three.
What about CG?
CG?
Chris Gordon.
He's on the team. You keep saying it.
Chris Goulding is on the team.
Goulding, what do
Yeah.
you mean? Like,
Bro, he's like a
I'm asking you, what
Aussie
do you-
version of Curry.
Bro, he's like, for a while, he was like the man in him.
Yeah, man.
But he doesn't
CG,
show it.
CG43 or whatever they call it.
I didn't see him play.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where you... I didn't see him play, bro.
I've been watching him play. I'm just asking, like, what was his line? Did he have a line or
No.
it's not advertised there? Or?
Advertised.
Because I don't know if
It's
it's
not marketable.
I don't have to put six. I don't have to put 6 lines or 6 players.
But yeah, no.
What are your thoughts on that game, was? I'll find it for you. You don't have to look. I'll find it. Oh my god.
See what you started?
Far out.
But yeah, like to
I tried to be quiet about it. He wanted to keep going.
to piggyback on yours and my take on the previous game, it's just the Australian style of basketball is more suited to FIBA than to NBA rules, and you're seeing the bigs just absolutely love playing in the key. And to be honest, that's one key aspect of the game that I miss seeing in the NBA is those post footwork, just coming down, giving it to the big man and just watch him work. And you don't see that much in there, or if any, in the NBA. And I guarantee you this upcoming Olympics, these new gen NBA fan heads that say PG is the GOAT, they're going to be watching the Olympics going, defensive 3 seconds, look. You know what I mean? And then they're going to see the beauty of how the bigs dominate in that key.
I thought you were going to say, take a page out of your shit from last week and say something a bit sketchy there.
But yeah, you get what I mean? I mean,
the
that's a
bigs.
lost art form that this
That
gen...
Jokic footwork.
Yeah, but he doesn't do it the whole game. Like, because he has to camp out outside the key.
Yeah.
But
he can do it.
if you're
That's
camped in the key to begin with,
He'll be
oh my God. Yes.
Shaquille O'Neal,
And this is the new
that
gen.
little
Bro,
spin.
this new gen doesn't know what that artwork is about, man. And they're forgetting that with FIBA rules, you can be matched up against as many as 2-3 players in that key. And that big man will put some work on.
So I want to move it along to the next game. USA and Serbia.
Oh,
USA absolutely tore them a new one. It was obvious. Look, the first 2 games with USA have been very similar. The first 2 quarters have been relatively close. And then, the first 3 games, even with Canada.
thanks, Cat.
The first 3 games have been very similar. The US have started off slowly and then found their rhythm and won the game. With Serbia, they absolutely annihilated them. Part of that reason was Curry got hot
And AD.
from the 3-point line, and AD absolutely terrorized them in the first. 6 blocks for AD.
I think you figured out you can just sit your ass in the key.
That's right.
And Bam, let's not forget about Bam. Bam had a Splash Brothers moment, as they want to call it. What are your thoughts on this game, USA versus Serbia? Ended 105-79. Moz, what did you think of Jokic's performance? Did you watch this?
He looks fit in that jersey. I don't know if it's the jersey or he's actually lost weight, but he does look fit. I just think it's going to be hard for him to carry his team solely. He needs Jamal Murray out there, but unfortunately he plays for... Unless Jamal Murray does a Joel Embiid and just skips countries and joins Serbia.
Moz, your thoughts on USA's and Serbia's performance?
I don't think on the international level, Jokic needs to carry the team. I think traditionally they play really good team basketball. Like Serbs have always been really team basketball. I just think, as you said, AD having the ability to sit in that key is bro. For me, he was the main factor. It was not even just it was Anthony Davis. Block.
6 blocks.
And I was seeing some, like even Anthony Edwards. I saw this nice clip where you have a handoff from Jokic.
So I wanted to play.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's fine. finish what you're saying, but I'll
No,
play that
I
clip.
just saw the frustration in his face. But to be honest, like, but you got to be more careful with the ball. You can't just do these little, like, people are playing. They're representing their country. It's not a regular season NBA game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, Ant's hungry.
Yes, 100%.
So
And now with KD sitting out a bit, like he's showing, getting out,
it's a
getting
second
able to
year
show out.
again.
Yeah.
But it's a second
Being able
year.
to show out.
So this I believe summarizes the whole game.
I love it.
This summarizes the whole game. And shout out to the cameraman. This was
I did that out last game.
epic camera work,
I
man.
know.
Ready? It'll recycle because you missed the first part. But look at this camera work, man. Bam.
Only Steph thing just.
I know, that was...
Then slowly.
It must
Yeah,
be,
no, that's what I was trying to say.
it must be American refs.
So I'm gonna play it again because the first part was cut. You ready?
Says dribbling. Wait, who's he handing off to?
That's what I mean. You got to get.
Yeah, he's not pissed off with that.
He doesn't even look. He's just like, I know what's gonna happen.
No, he's not pissed off with Ant there. He's pissed off with his player. Why wasn't his player in front of Ant to get the handoff?
No, I'm sorry. That was a weird pass. Come on, man. You're on.
So the
Please
angle
protect the damn ball.
was you're only getting this angle. It was a shit pass. It was a really bad
It
pass.
was like that one that I threw last night, that bounce pass at the start of the game. First one. Right into the hands of the other team.
So that was the USA Classic or USA Showcase. That's what it's called. The USA Showcase from Abu Dhabi.
Just before you move on, there's 3 games that America played against Serbia, Australia, Canada. How much more better was it than what they play in the All-Star weekend?
Not that Serbian, yeah.
See, no, not even the Serbian.
I like it.
You know, this is what I said before. Remember, we spoke about All-Star break and how we can improve it way back in episode, I don't know.
One.
Guys, check it out. But I made that suggestion. The summer brings out some of the best basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe the issue is the All-Star game in its construction necessarily. It's the timing.
Yeah.
I think if they moved it to the summer, they fit it in with the summer warm-ups and training, you're going to get the best players playing the best basketball,
Not
with
to
the
mention,
best highlights.
it'll be a longer off-season
Well, they're doing
because the season
Olympics.
finishes earlier.
They're doing the Olympics in the off season. Why not just add one weekend?
No, I agree.
But yeah, Serbia defeated France as well. I should mention that. That was one of the first
That was wild.
They're defeating France right now. That's huge.
They're playing Wimby and Durban at the same time.
huge.
Same time.
Not huge. And I also saw, I don't know if you saw this. So France and Canada are going to play an exhibition match, I think, coming up, I think on the 22nd or something. But they were training together. They had scrimmages. I saw
way.
just today. They were scrimmaging against each other.
France
The
and
two teams.
Canada. Yeah,
That's-
because I speak French,
That's
French
I was
in
really
Canada.
shocked with that.
I wouldn't be doing that.
That's really crazy.
Canada and France have ties.
Yeah, of course, but I still wouldn't be doing that.
We spoke about the Emirates NBA Cup last episode. So we didn't have the draw back then. We do have it now. And speaking of groups of death, listen to this group. This is in the West.
Hit me.
This is the C group. Denver Nuggets, Dallas Mavericks, Pelicans, Golden State Warriors, Memphis Grizzlies.
The Pelicans are out and Grizzlies are out from that group. Yeah,
Stop
but
wrong.
That's a
wait,
crazy
did you say
group.
Warriors?
Nuggets, Mavs, Pelicans, Grizzlies.
Mavs or Grizzlies.
Forget about it. That group is nuts.
No. Well,
No, not really.
not this
No,
season, not yet,
yeah, I
not
don't
this
think
year.
Warriors are going to be.
I think you're a bit
Mavs.
frothing on your Warriors.
Yeah. Who did that pick up? They didn't pick up anyone.
Mavs,
I said Mavs.
Nuggets.
This is guy.
I think Mavs and Nuggets
We've
will be
got two
the
finals
top
teams. We've got two finals teams, plus the Warriors, who were a finals team not too long ago. And then you've got
I'm sorry.
Grizzlies and Pelicans. I mean, are you serious? This is a crazy group. You're dumbing it down just because
I
I
said-
like the Warriors.
No, I didn't say that. I said out of all those, I think you're hyping the Warriors. I didn't say I'm dumbing it down. I said I think out of those teams, you're hyping the Warriors up. Like they're nothing special right now.
Bro, the group is crazy.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you the other groups to see the comparison?
Yeah,
You
sure.
heard me say one of those teams in the group was being hyped up. I didn't say all those teams were being
But
hyped
yeah,
up.
it
I
should,
said
Okay.
the Warriors.
Share the
They're
rest
hyped
of
up.
the
All right, let's go through the West.
and then us.
The rest of the
I'll
West?
see which
Yeah.
one's a def group.
So in the B group,
Yeah.
OKC, Suns, Lakers, Utah.
Yeah, that's a dud
Spurs.
group. Next.
Spurs could be good with Chris Paul. Chris Paul.
Yeah, no, as but saying as a group as a whole.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah, it's a dud group. Go.
That's what I'm saying. There's no other group like this. Ready? Timberwolves, Clippers, Kings, Rockets, Portland in Group A.
No, it'll be Kings and
It
what's
gets
the
even
other one?
worse
Yeah,
in
go.
the East. It gets even worse.
Yeah, but the East is worse. Like
But I'm saying
Go,
there's,
yeah.
there's no other group like this. This is
Okay, cakewalk.
in my opinion. 76ers, Orlando, Knicks, Brooklyn, Hornets.
Yeah, that's a good one.
yeah, it is.
That's a good one.
Brooklyn, Hornets, Orlando,
Yeah,
Orlando.
Sixers.
yeah,
Yes.
yes,
Knicks.
Sixers,
yes.
Knicks, yes.
I can
Lamelo
see
back.
3 potential competitive teams out of that.
No, man, Melo's back. Bridges is back.
Yeah,
Brandon Miller. Yeah, man.
Hornets did some good. Like,
Oh, the Orlando.
Okay.
Orlando's young and
Brooklyn's probably the
Ball-
shittest
yeah,
one out
Brooklyn's
there.
shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Next
like the
one.
Warriors.
Yeah.
Next one is Bucks. You know I'm a Curry fan, not a Warriors fan.
That's okay, but you always say my dubs, my dubs, my dubs, my
Bucks.
Curry.
Shit. Next.
Bucks, Pacers. Why are you counting?
No, I'm
You're on
them
three.
as-
He's
yeah.
in two, didn't you?
Yeah. The third one. What's the third one?
Bucks, Pacers, Heat, Toronto, Detroit.
That could possibly show some potential, but yeah, no, it's
You're
next.
taking a piss.
No, legit.
Detroit's there.
Well, we've got,
but
we've
they
got-
have to improve. But
we've
after,
got last
there's
year's-
no way other. They can't be
They
worse.
were good. They just couldn't finish the games.
We've got last year's finals appearance.
Which is?
Pacers.
The Pacers are good. I like Pacers.
They made the in-season tournament finals last year. So.
They didn't get
No, it's
better
like
enough.
it goes away this time. And then the last group in the East is Boston, Cleveland, your Bulls,
That's good so
Hawks,
far.
and Wizards.
I don't know if they're my books
Oh,
anymore.
Hawks-
I'll have to
Hawks-
see.
Hawks and
They're
Wizards are
good getting
duds.
it. They're good getting.
That's why.
Yeah, I agree with you. That group lineup you said that's the best one.
So, moving on to some other news. Skip Bayless
Skippity.
has retired.
Bullshit.
Has he really?
Retired from what's the show?
Undisputed.
Uninterested.
Did he hand over the reins to Paul Peace?
Bro, he had Wheezy F Baby doing all his introductions.
Retired. He tried everything, man. He tried everything. He took the gangster
He was the
route.
OG of that.
He
of
went
the
head
talk
first into
chamber.
that gangster route. So yeah, he stepped down, and following that, ESPN has been so quick to nip in the butt any rumors of a reunited connection with Stephen A. They put out a statement. ESPN is not interested in a reunion with Skip Bayless once he leaves FS1. The quote is, "We are set with our current first take rotation." First take has been trashed, to be honest, lately. And wish Skip the best on his future endeavors. That's what the ESPN spokesman has said. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but what are your thoughts on this move, on ESPN's quick statement to
I'll
shut
jump
down?
on this one quickly.
But what about Stephen A?
What about Stephen?
You said they're not going to do a Stephen A reunion.
Well, Skip and Stephen A used to be on.
First,
Oh, they're saying that they're not going to put them back together.
Yeah, because there were
Okay.
rumors that Skip is leaving, and there's a potential that Stephen A could.
he could still do it via podcast.
Yeah, because they're both bodies.
That's I literally was just because ESPN did the same thing about Stephen A. can't do it on his podcast. So
I mean, I believe a lot of these platform, the mainstream media, they know about these podcasting, and I believe a lot of these podcasts are still their shows,
We'll see.
and they just know we
Yes
to
and
change
no.
the look.
No,
Yes
because
and no.
they're
We
bro,
spoke
a lot
about
of
this.
DraftKings,
We have-
a lot of
we have
DraftKings sponsored podcasts now, man.
Yeah. It's not just them. A lot of the betting companies or the sports book companies, whatever they call it,
Because people are tuning out of Main Street.
yeah.
Yeah.
But ESPN, just like, look, they're slow to the mark. Okay, these big, old media channels, Fox Sports, ESPN, but they're also trying to make their own brand in this game. They can see that the merit of this, and they've actually started bringing on a lot of the hosts onto their platform with their podcasts, like that guy, Pat McAfee or whatever. I don't know. He's pretty big now. He's been pretty big in the podcast scene, and ESPN have now got him on their show. And he's so big that apparently he's been dictating a lot of the FS1. Oh, sorry. ESPN has certain things that they won't allow. Like they won't allow Shams to come on because they've got Woj. They don't see eye to eye. But Pat McAfee or whatever his name is, he'll bring Shams on.
Yeah,
He's on the
I've seen that, and he rubs it in.
Yeah.
They did that Woj where he goes, his mate was going to be the head coach for Lakers.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
they rubbed it in, go, oh, Woj was right on that one, wasn't he?
So this is now the power and influence that these podcasts can potentially have, and how they're shaking them up. And they're also actually getting into the gambling scene with ESPN Bet and whatever. So yeah, they're coming into the party late, but you can see the tide is turning. And we mentioned this. We mentioned that this podcast era is going to be potentially the death of the old media, like Draymond
Yes,
has been
and-
predicting for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But
So I want to bring it back so we can talk about the whole, broader sense of podcasts. And we have spoken about it before, but I want to bring it back specifically to Skip Bayless and what this could potentially mean. Because it said that he retired or he resigned. From what I'm seeing, the narrative is that he got fired. Things weren't working. They got rid of him. Ratings kept going down. But you said that, there is a potential with the podcast that they could reignite in that way. Stephen A's actually, I want to get your take on this as well, yours. Stephen A's actually had a stalemate with ESPN in terms of his contract. They offered him 18. I think he wants 22 or something, 24 million a year. And it's looking like potentially even Stephen A could be leaving ESPN. So does that change anything with this whole Skip Ed?
Yeah,
I thought he was. I thought he was leaving.
it looked like
all these
from-
conversations
yeah.
he's been having on his potty.
it sounded like he was on the way out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if him and Skip and Stephen A decide to make a new show for Amazon.
But let me ask you, who would wants to watch it?
Amazon? I would.
No, I'm saying, who wants to watch Stephen A and Skip anymore?
I would, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Stephen A knows nothing about basketball.
Bro, that was more entertaining than what currently is being shown.
Yeah, first
Well, ever since Shannon left, you can't watch anything.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It's
first
you've
take's
not,
been
it's
trash.
Yeah.
but you've noticed that with Undisputed, like
Even Max Kellerman was good to watch.
Yeah, but
I
if-
actually enjoyed Max.
if you notice now with Undisputed, Shannon's one, Skip's one, with Paul Pierce and that, and
They just took over that show.
yeah, but he's slowly. You can see maybe he was on his way up because he slowly stopped bagging LeBron, stopped bagging Bronny. He's been, trying to talk them up. The past few episodes I've seen,
we saw that.
past ones I've seen, like he's talking up Bronny as in like trying to
It was double speak.
It was,
double
yeah,
speak.
it was. He's
It
good
was
with that
setting it
shit.
up.
Yeah.
It'd
different
be
from
like-
his old speak, but
Yeah, it is
It
different.
was like that whole, I'm not racist, but...
black friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I just thought like I was like getting tripped out.
He was
Seeing
holding
Paul
his
Pierce
tongue.
was Paul Pierce
He
and the
was
other
so
fella. I can't remember his name. He does my hating.
Lil
No, not Lil Wayne.
No, the
big
bold.
fella with-
Yeah. I don't, was he even a
Horse
player?
Okay, no, I don't think so, bro. I think he was an
Wasn't it
NFL
Shannon
player.
Sharp?
No, Shannon Sharp's on first take
That
now.
was before.
Ah,
But I just noticed they were giving the shit to Bronny, and he was more like the,
He had to play his role.
yeah. And
But-
that's not usually Skip.
No.
Usually Skip is. I tell you, I'll bet you £1,000.
So I honestly, I would not mind if Skip, Max, and Skip Skip Max and Stephen A end up on a show on Amazon Prime.
Stephen A will never reunite
Yeah.
with Max. He got rid of Max on purpose. He didn't want him.
I liked
Like,
Max,
he liked
man.
his rap.
I liked Max. No, he didn't like that. I was more black than him.
I'd like to see one of these guys.
Yeah.
Like Joe Biden.
Bro, no.
You're black if you don't
Bro,
vote for me.
people were saying that. People were saying Max.
Max
Gonna...
Kellerman's blacker than Stephen A.
Yes. I'll show you the clips
So they call
after.
him a house.
You seen that, right?
Yeah.
Bro, they were bagging out Stephen A because of Max.
So speaking of weird and wonderful things, I want to move it on to some weird and wonderful news.
Yeah.
One of the look, I haven't looked too much into this year's draft, but one of the rookies, he's from the Timberwolves. He's called Terrence Shannon Jr.
Okay, wrong person I thought you were going to bring up, but yeah, okay.
Now I'm not a tattoo guy, so I'm going to speak about this very sparingly, but I think you'll like this. Well, actually, maybe you wouldn't. But anyway, on his arm, he's actually tattooed something really interesting.
No Diddy. I'd laugh if
Can
this
you say
actually
that?
said no Diddy.
You play GTA, yeah?
Oh, the cheat code? No,
I've seen that tattoo. I've seen that
No,
tattoo
he
heaps.
didn't.
No,
Did he
that.
keep forgetting it? So he
Right.
tattooed it.
No, I've seen that
But how are
tattoo.
you
That's
looking at it? How are you typing and looking at it? So he put in the cheat code for GTA as a tattoo on his arm. So
Which
he's
one
got
is it? It's the one.
The unlimited
yeah.
health and the
Yeah.
unlimited ammo.
That's actually a very popular tattoo. I remember seeing that years ago. And another NBA player had that one. How old's this guy?
This is
It's
the
like
2017
19.
from this year.
Yeah, there's other players that have had that. Because I remember seeing it. I tripped
Do
out,
they
man.
still have cheat codes for GTA?
Yeah, they do. But not if you play on the online mode.
So there's still cheat codes for games nowadays.
for GTA?
Any other games?
No, I don't play them anymore.
You remember there was cheats for all these games that like we used to actually have the magazines.
Yeah.
Yeah, or call the hotline.
Yeah,
$3
oh, the
I call.
hotline.
And I was like, who's calling these
Oh,
numbers?
The fatalities.
Like,
Wow. Yeah,
the
man.
friendships.
The friendship, babalities.
Animalities.
Friendships.
That's it.
Bro,
Bro, memories, bro, memories.
Nostalgia.
of weird and wonderful. LeBron James and Bronny,
Yeah.
their numbers are going to be 6 and 9.
69 BJ.
Bro, this
Yo,
show's
BJ.
going to be titled Bronny. And
Yo, BJ. And then
I
the
told
next
you,
one,
BJ,
BJ.
for
And
life.
The last,
69.
Yeah.
the last one.
They're playing into that.
BJ and
100%,
LJ,
yeah.
69.
So the last one I wanted to mention on this weird and wonderful journey we're going on is Shams. We spoke about Shams.
Sharanya.
Shams actually
What a
showed,
upside down journey this is.
Shams showed it. Should we go somewhere else?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
It's one of those journeys where you're on the loop to loop and you don't know where you're going to end up.
Shams actually showed his phone screen time. And I don't know how this is possible, but he logged in 21 hours and 34 minutes of screen time.
What does that even mean?
On the
So
first day of
he's
free
on his
agency.
phone, he's on his
On a
phone.
day. One day.
Yeah, 21 hours and
Oh,
34 minutes.
So like every kid these days.
Yeah, pretty much. It's not
Yeah,
impressive.
but think about what that means. So he's only got 3 hours to eat, piss. What the hell, man? That ain't right.
Oh, I reckon you had
He
that.
probably just doesn't have the
Yeah.
lock screen on.
Exactly.
He's got constant updates.
Yeah.
happening.
No. This is like, I think it's on one of the apps, so you can actually track your screen time. Just like with
Your sleep time.
PlayStation.
Yeah, but is there a screen time, like, for example, if my phone's open and I'm on a website and I don't have my phone that locks and it just stays awake like
No,
this the whole
there's an
time?
actual app that actually
Yeah,
tracks
activity.
your activity on the screen.
So if it's movie,
Yeah.
It's messed up. Oh, sorry, I haven't finished. Actually, there's more weird and wonderful things.
Oh, here we go. Another
Mr.
loop to loop.
Connect.
Yeah.
Mr. Connect. Okay. Have you guys seen this story?
No.
Okay.
You just said
I'm going to
his
set
name,
this
so-
up.
Hmm.
I'm going to set this up.
Set it up.
He was signing things in the audience.
Hectic.
What would you expect someone with the name Connect to
Connect
sign?
4.
Connect 4 game.
Yeah, Connect 4.
100%. That's the first thing I thought as well.
He was signing Connect 4.
Yes. No, that's hectic.
Connect.
That's
I
hectic.
love it. I love it.
Connect 4.
Let's move it into one of our other favorite segments, the clip of the week. All right, so we're kicking things off with Moz's entry, submission. Moz, you want to set this one up?
It's
No?
a baller video. You would just enjoy it for the ball.
All right. You like balls?
We like the
with
balls.
those balls.
We like to watch the balls get flown up.
That is so
Nah, just alpha.
looks like Adam Sandler.
Wait, it gets better.
What the hell? And a hook shot.
He's doing it on a regular. Wait, he keeps going. Look at him. He's 43. Wait. He's balling.
And he kept that up high. I like that.
He's got a mix between Clay Thompson and Kareem.
Bro, he dropped him.
Come on, man. Come on, young fella.
Watch your snaps. This one's for you.
Get out
Out
of
of
here.
bounds.
Oh my god.
Out of bounds.
No, he slipped out.
Toes out of bounds.
That's still hectic.
I'm calling that back.
Yeah, still
I'm calling
hectic.
that back, bro.
That's 43 years old, man.
Shut up, man.
Yeah, play like this.
Yeah.
You're that hectic when you're shooting like that.
These guys are good. Understand? These guys play defense. They're jumping and everything.
Scrubs.
What were
I'm
you
gonna play my one next.
That's still
I think
hectic.
yours is gonna be better. Alright, you ready? Are you ready?
I am ready.
I need you to be ready.
I'm ready. Oh, don't tell me NBA. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why do you do it like that to me? At least put the sound on.
What for? What for?
The ring's low anyway. She's bullshitting. She's a kazabe.
No, that's a clean dunk.
That's temple.
That's a clean dunk. That's what's
Not like Zion's one.
That's it.
Cheeking. Do you love me? No.
So she'll be eligible, I think, next. No, last year was the first.
Was that supposed to impress me?
No, I knew you were gonna
Do it on a netball ring.
Exactly.
And now for the last entry, this is Yoz's submission.
You know, I could probably play in the WNBA right now.
Get to the lap.
Wait, they're down 4 points. What are they doing? They're down by 6 points. Why didn't they foul?
He's already upset.
Why this is bad?
That's all he says.
What'd you say?
Yo.
Well, they got timeout. They had 0 timeouts. Oh no, they did have timeout. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know anything. That's all he said.
What? Why does it keep replaying? Like, we're missing something. Explain it. Explain it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there.
Go shit on the court.
No, he did it.
Okay.
Show me. Like a legit shit
What
on
are
the
they saying?
I don't know what they're saying. I just...
Oh,
That's what you're
I'm
laughing
trying,
at.
yeah. Where did he shit? Like a legit shit. Who's shit? So I know where I'm looking.
In the stepping off a dry fine, otherwise stepping on it. It's just switch.
Oh my god!
Where? Where? What, he legit shit on the court? I missed it. Show me.
Oh
Show me.
my god! Watch Adebayo get crossed up. Oh, that's nasty. I can't believe I missed that.
But who did the shitting?
Stepping on the dry fine, otherwise stepping around. It's just switch. I just find.
I don't see it. Where? On his ass?
Yeah.
I'm looking on the court thinking someone chucked a shit on the
You can
court.
see the shadow there. So it goes all brown, like it goes from nothing to all brown.
They need a call come out quick.
He
Paul Pierce moment.
lost his balance.
How do you shit yourself?
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? They probably hold it in because I would know.
I'm actually not going to say it. I forgot we're on a podcast.
It's nasty.
You know, the whole time I thought someone like shit and it came out perfect. And
I've seen that too.
yeah, that's what I was looking for. I'm like, I didn't
I've
say
seen that as well.
Yeah.
Oh, bro,
I'm glad I.
it just comes out the side of his shorts. I'm like, what? What the hell is that?
So that was the clips of the week. Let us know what you guys think. Mixed bag there. Mixed
So
bag
wait,
there.
well, don't finish it yet. Whose one was better, Bam or Paul Pierce?
Paul Pierce, because the theatrics around it.
Oh my god!
How he needs a wheelchair. You see that one?
And then he comes back, he's like, "Oh, I'm healthy, guys. I got my nappy change."
He's like, I need to take toilet.
So we'll wrap things up with just some final things.
Brown undies.
Mike Muscala has retired after 10 NBA seasons.
Who's that?
He played for OKC last.
In Spain, yeah?
Yeah, actually,
Mike Muscala?
Or is it Italy?
I don't know. So that's a retiring one. And then also John Bryant. Kobe Bryant's dad passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened. And lastly, actually not lastly, but I thought I'd mention this. Since I was so harsh on Kian last week, I'm also going to prop him up.
Oh yeah, I shared it to you. Yeah,
All up, bro.
So 40 points.
bro, he bowling.
How do you think you're going to lose to Bronny? Are you nuts?
Yeah, he's trolled that
40
man.
points, 15 of 19, shot 79% from the field. Massive. So
He's
big
got
ups to
skills,
you,
bro. He's
big
got
ups
skills.
to you.
Yeah.
Get off the microphone. Just keep balling, man, because you're doing some things on the court. You might even be better than your dad. I mean,
Nah, that guy that far, bro.
I said
He
you
needs
might.
a smack, yeah?
Yeah, he's a bad dude. Sassel for that one.
I said you might. The other thing, Moses' favorite topic, the WNBA. We'll just mention two things. So Angel Reese's streak has been broken. Her double-double streak has been broken. And New York Liberty, to break it, they quadruple teamed her, which is next level. And the last one from the WNBA, moving very swiftly. Do you want to mention that, Jans? She's your favorite player.
Yes. Miss Clark. Miss Caitlin Clark. I was going to say Clark Kent. Miss Caitlin Clark. 15 assists in a one game. 15 or 16?
19.
Well,
the new NBA record.
19. WNBA record. 19 assists.
Do you know what that should be? So she broke
No.
the WNBA record. It's never been done before, assists. She's also broken the Indiana Pacers assist record for the season. And it's 26 games in. I think she's got 200 plus assists already.
And to be honest, most of her games would be 13, 14 assists. It's just all these
Yeah, say it, because
these-
I was going to say it.
all these dumb bitches can't catch a basketball. What the hell?
Yeah,
Like,
so
she's threading the needle perfectly, and you're just turning the ball over. And then what happens? She gets a turnover. And that affects her in the running for Rookie of the Year.
100%.
Man, Caitlin Clark, hands down Rookie of the Year. I don't care what Shaq says. Shaq on too much crack. Angel Reese is not Rookie of the Year.
They're both doing some things, though.
Yeah, but come on, one is better than the other.
No, they're shaking up the WNBA. Who knows? Maybe it
she's-
might actually be marketable. But they got a TV deal out of it.
Yeah, they did. But that's, again, theatrics, yeah?
So we'll move on before Moz falls asleep. But that is it from us this week. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? What are you doing? Ask yourself, what would LeBron do?
Do it.
WWLD.
WWLD.
What would LeBron do?
Oh, yeah.
BJ.
What would LeBron do?
See,
I
rappers.
don't know.
Now there's going to be a rapper called WWLD now. You watch.
If you have any comments, if you have any topic suggestions, any clips that you want to share with us, let us know in the comment
Oh,
section
and a
below.
sponsorship?
Yeah, send us to the States, man.
Yeah, man. Come on.
Got that up.
And with all that being said, Yoz, send us out for this week. Sorry, Moz. I did it again, bro. Every episode.
Stefani, bro.
Every
And he
episode.
looked at me when he said it.
Every episode. I've done this so many times. Moz, send us out, bro.
Give us a thumbs up, a signature for the subscribe, a check balance of any figure we like to go, wherever we like for sponsorship. And on that note, we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining the greatest podcast in the world. We are.
That is it.